Well, not for the first time. It's Britain leading the way in what has been a grim week for the global bond market. Political drama is back, interest rate expectations are rising. But for all the noise, there are limits on how much politics is likely to drive central banks this year. In our next report, we decode the bond market reaction and look ahead to another busy week in the markets.
Let's face it, nobody does political drama quite like Britain. In a competitive field of big global stories, a global energy crisis, and a meeting of two superpowers, the limelight has still somehow found its way back to London. The ruling Labour Party is in the midst of a leadership struggle. Prime Minister Keir Starmer, though still in office, is under existential pressure after poor local election results. A leadership contest looks increasingly inevitable, and if you believe the betting markets, Manchester Mayor Andy Burnham is the man to beat. All of this is unfolded against the backdrop of a grim week for global bond markets. The UK's 10-year yield rose by more than 1/4 percentage point. The sterling responded by plunging to a one-month low versus the dollar. But Britain is hardly alone. US 10-year yields are up about 4.5%, back to levels last seen post-President Trump's reciprocal tariff announcement in April last year. And that's an important reminder. For all the noise coming out of Westminster, it is still oil prices and the outlook for global central banks that are doing the heavy lifting for interest rates. Of course, politics could matter more from here. There is certainly scope for gilt yields to rise further on domestic drama. But the real question is, will politics really be a central driver of central bank decisions this year? The political center of gravity is likely to shift left in the UK, but politicians across the spectrum are presumably acutely aware there are limits, with the shadow of the 2022 mini-budget crisis still hanging over Westminster. Still, that is not quite the question facing the Bank of England. The bank needs to judge whether a modest fiscal pivot of this kind would materially boost inflation over a 2-year horizon. That brings us neatly back to energy. When it comes to politics and its relationship with central banks, the far bigger question is whether governments across Europe are forced into much larger support packages than we have seen so far. The fuel tax cuts announced in various countries are small beer compared with the 2 to 3% of GDP packages rolled out in 2022. And that is why central banks across Europe were forced into steep rate hikes 4 years ago. Whether similar pressure builds again this time will depend on where energy prices go next. It's a reminder that for all the political noise, energy prices will remain the dominant force for central banks. Analysts are expecting rate hikes from the BOE and the European Central Bank in June, and bets are for the Fed to join the rate hike party later this year. Business Bureau, WION World is One.